This is a Nitro Beats production.
Welcome back to Do You Speak African, where, remember, we do not speak African. What's up, y'all?
Okay.
I don't know about y'all, but I am so exhausted. I'm so tired.
Oh, what happened, sis? It's
I'm
Sunday.
so tired of the MTA. Why is MTA so ass today?
Girl, it's Sunday.
Oh my God. So,
Actually, the weekend. I feel like the MTA should really reimburse us for like the
It should be
week.
free on
It
the
should
weekend.
be free on the weekends, or at
Because
least
you're
like
never
half
going
off.
to get to where you need to go anyway.
didn't
on time
somebody say
ever.
the MTA was in a state of emergency or something like that?
I don't know what it is, but it needs to get its life.
Honestly, though.
We need to call Barack Obama to help us on that.
Barack don't want nothing to do with America anymore.
Barack is like an ex-boyfriend. He's done with us.
Oh, speaking of the president, can we talk about how? Well, let's not speak on the president, but I did have the pleasure of taking an order for Trump's sister this weekend at my
He has
job.
a sister?
Yeah, I didn't even know that.
Oh.
Something Barron.
Wow.
You feel like it was an honor?
No, I had the honor.
That was an honor?
Oh,
No,
you're
it
being
wasn't.
sarcastic.
Oh, you're being sarcastic.
I was being sarcastic.
I don't know. I couldn't tell. That's why I was like,
no.
you can't be sarcastic when it comes to Trump. You got to be straightforward.
No, I was being very sarcastic. But yeah, she was actually pleasant. She was actually very nice over the
Does
phone.
she look like him?
I would be scared to go out if my last
I was
name
very,
was
very
Trump.
like nervous because she was like, so I don't even remember her name anymore. But she was just like, yes, and it's for my brother and blah, blah, blah. I guess he's coming this weekend.
Wow. Okay.
And she goes by, I don't know what her name is, Barron Trump or Trump Barron. Yeah.
Trump. It's not
Trump
his son?
Barron.
That is his son's name.
Yeah, but the last name.
Oh, I see. Okay. Interesting.
I don't know. Google it. I don't remember. She was like
We don't
really
need to
annoying.
know.
So like I couldn't. One of y'all listeners Google it so you guys can let us know what her real name is. But yeah, basically. And also shout out to all the listeners. Like, yo, we have listeners in like Japan. Did y'all peep?
I did.
Oh, okay. I was
Yeah.
like,
I did not.
saw
Japan.
that.
Japan.
Wow.
I was
So
just looking, I was just looking at the stats this morning. It is very impressive, at least for where we are right now.
for where we are
Yeah.
2 months in, yo,
We're getting some good numbers.
We are getting numbers. I'm so
Thank you
proud of
guys
us.
for listening, honestly.
Yes.
We
It's
would like more
amazing.
engagement, but that's fine. Eventually it'll
Yeah, I
come.
guess. And we probably won't even answer no more.
Okay, so let's move on to the African struggle.
So this week's African struggle is parents who do not like to apologize.
Sorry, I ain't sorry.
They're never sorry.
Yeah.
So there's no such thing as apologizing to African parents. Like, it's not even in their vocabulary.
They can do no wrong
But girl,
to them.
to them in their mind, you know. And the crazy thing about it is like 90% of the times they're like wrong or they over exaggerated the whole
Always.
situation
Yeah.
and overreacted and they still don't apologize and
Yeah.
you're still wrong. So, but when they do apologize, quote unquote, how do you feel like your parents apologize? After not talking to you for like a couple of days, because, you know, they will ignore the hell out of you for like a couple of days. That's their like, oh, I'm not about to apologize, but I know I'm wrong.
My mom will buy me something.
Buy you something.
Yeah.
How long does it take?
It depends because me and my mom are pretty much the same person.
Okay.
So I'll give it like a week and a half. Actually, no, because I can't hold a grudge. It takes too much energy. No.
Amen. This is why we mesh. Yeah. 'Cause-
Yeah, I can't hold a grudge.
Okay.
It takes way too much energy. So a week if it was really bad. But 2 days if it's like, listen, I don't have time for this. I got other stuff to do. It is what it is. I'm sorry. I mean, but she's never said I'm sorry. But
Has your dad ever said sorry?
you know, my dad is a cool ass nigga. Usually we
Cool.
don't get into issues.
No, that's
Actually,
good.
I don't know. Last time he was here, we kind of got into an argument. But he always says sorry because I'm a daddy's girl, so he doesn't want me to be upset. So he's
that's
always like,
good.
sorry, Simbi, I'm sorry. Don't be like that. I'm like, it's all right, daddy.
Oh, that's nice.
But my mom, no, me and that. we the same person, so we're always butting heads.
Maybe
but
that's what me and my dad are probably saying because he never said sorry.
probably. Yeah.
He's never sorry.
Yeah.
So, Sophie, what about you?
I don't think any of my parents have ever apologized to me. Ever in my life. So, usually I have to apologize to them.
Even when they're wrong?
Uh-huh.
Girl, bye.
Especially if I'm like, you're wrong, mommy and daddy. They'll be like,
Yeah, that's a disrespect. You're being disrespectful.
apologize.
You're going back to Nigeria. I mean, you're going back to Togo.
And they did do that, though.
Oh, wow. I'll send you back. I've been back already.
Exactly. It's great because that like threat, it has no cloud anymore. I've been back. What are you gonna do? Nothing.
Right.
There's no money to
So they
send you
just stare at you.
back. The boarding school fees.
Okay.
No, I feel like my dad is like the worst. He does not apologize. Even when he's wrong, I feel like when he's wrong, he gets louder. So his arguments
Loud and wrong.
like, and then it goes from like him being mad at you for whatever situation or whatever argument you guys are arguing about to something totally different. So now he's like super mad for like nothing. My mom, she's pretty chill. Like she could tell you're mad and she'll try to be really, really nice to you. Like, typical moms. But she doesn't really get me there.
I
My
think
dad.
there's a time in every child's life when you realize your parents don't know everything and they can be wrong. And then there's a time when they realize that you realized.
Yeah.
So that's when everybody starts arguing.
I feel like it hit my dad like this year. It took like 20 something years for him to hit like
because when we were young, they would do wrong things, but
and you get beat and it's like, oh, okay.
Right, but you would never really
Like,
know
shut up.
because
You never
you're
really
just like,
realize.
they're your parent. They know everything, and
when
then
you
you
hit
grow
like
up.
16,
Yeah.
you're like, that
Well,
you're
you don't know
wrong.
what you're talking about.
But that's that respecting. Like, I'm not gonna say, I don't want to disrespect my parents, so I'm not gonna argue back. Then it's like 24, 25. I'm about to yell at you. Like, well, I'm not gonna yell at you. I'm gonna be like, excuse me, that's incorrect.
Yeah.
Alternative facts.
At this point in our lives, like we definitely can tell our parents like when they're being wrong and when they're,
You know what's funny? My youngest sister, she's turning 6 next month, and she's been telling my parents that they were wrong since she was like 3. She's like, no, that I don't think that's right. And like we can't tell her anything. Like she's not bad, like she's a good child, but like if she does not think what you're doing is right, she'll be like, no. Like, I'm sorry that I'm not listening to you, but no.
I feel like the youngest child has that effect.
They do. The youngest children can get away with anything.
Murder.
not me.
There's only because there's only 2. There's like
Probably,
there's 4.
yeah.
Yeah, there's 4 of us.
If there was 4 of us, maybe.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
just me, no. Actually, I feel like I even got it harder than my sister, actually. Because she was the example, the golden child. And I had to follow her example.
Shoot, I was the golden child. I was far from the golden child. Like, I was like, not even the silver child. Like,
The Bronx child.
not even, girl.
I'm the golden child.
The
My mom is
copper?
still trying to get her
Shoot,
investment.
The rock.
Yeah. The rock.
pebble
Get the
child.
fuck out of here. Not the pebble.
The pebble child. So
The charcoal
bad.
child.
But yeah.
Gosh.
So parents should learn how to take sorry. My parents haven't done anything to me, in the past like 2 weeks or so.
Yeah, just
But,
2 weeks.
Just 2
only 2 weeks. Yeah, because that's what happens when you still live
pretty
in the
good.
same proximity.
Right.
But yeah, so
Yeah.
that's the struggle of the week.
So we can move on to our discussion of the week. And our discussion of the week is inspired by the shitty morning I had from the beginning. And that's just living in New York.
Damn.
So we are going to talk about what we love about New York, so we can start off good,
Yes.
Then we're going to talk about what we hate about New York.
Okay.
I don't know. Which one do y'all want to do first?
Let's talk about the stuff we
positivity.
love. Yes.
Okay.
Positivity.
Yeah. And then we're going to talk about the craziest thing that has happened to us in New York.
Yeah, okay.
All right. So we can start off with Sophie. So what is what do you love about New York? There we go.
What do I love? Well, I love how in New York, you're just able to do anything at any time. I feel like New York is one of the few cities that you can actually do that. If I want to go somewhere at 3 a.m. and shake my ass, I can do that. If I need to go to the store and get something, I can walk 2 feet and get it. I don't have to drive for miles, to
Do you
get
have your license?
somewhere. I don't have to drive for miles.
No,
to
that's a valid question because a lot of New Yorkers don't have their licenses.
No, I don't have my license.
It took me forever to get mine because I didn't need it.
Yeah.
I'm working on that.
With
Though.
the
Hopefully,
MTA,
by the
I
fall.
need it now though. Like,
Yeah.
no lie.
By the fall, hopefully, I can get that. And I just love New York. I love the people. When they're nice. I love interacting with people in New York. When I mean the people, I love how New York has a wide variety of people, so you can meet a lot of different type of people. Like it's not homogenous. I love that. What else about New York? Summertime in New York is also really fun.
Damn, you're taking all the good stuff, girl.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Just joking. Continue. just joking. Go ahead.
But yeah, that's the. Those
What
are
about
the
summertime? Do you like?
I love summertime in New York because there's always things going on. There are festivals, concerts. I don't know. I feel like men just look better in the summer too. I don't know. I love in the summer, like I could wear clothes that I really want to wear. You know, I could wear my thought clothes, wear some shorts.
That's so opposite of me. I hate summer wear. Like I love fall and winter. I hate like wearing like shorts and shit. But anyway, go on.
I love summer wear because like I don't have to think about it. I feel like within the fall and winter I really have to like calculate everything I'm wearing.
You slay.
But when exactly.
And you can stay warm.
Exactly. But when the weather's like really warm, my only concern is being cool. So yeah, those are the things I like about New York, about my city.
All right, how about you, Nana?
I'm gonna start out with the food since gained a lot of weight.
Yes.
So
wow,
being back in New York. No, I really did like being back in New York.
You honestly have looked the same to me since high school.
You're so annoying.
But okay,
it's a lie. But it's a lie. But I love the food. There's a wide variety of food. Like
yes,
if you want Chinese today, you could get Chinese. Tomorrow you want Korean. The next day you want Indian. The next day you want Nigerian. You want Senegalese. Like there's so many different African like restaurants in New York too, not just Nigerian food. Like if you want Ethiopian, you could get that too. Like so many. So New York, I love you.
And
for
everybody's
that.
just trying to top each other with the best, most innovative, most hipster restaurant.
Literally, seriously.
So there's always something popping up
every time.
Like you got black charcoal soft serve, and then you got like chickens with like I don't know, gold embedded in them, like
bacon ice cream.
Right.
Like,
bacon ice. Yes.
We need to go
Tequila
to the Tipsy shop. The Tipsy ice cream shop.
I heard about that. I'm getting the pina colada ice cream.
Okay, because we need to do that very soon. One of these days.
Tipsy shop. What is Tipsy
Harlem.
shop? I was in Harlem.
Yeah,
but it's an ice cream shop that has alcohol in their ice cream.
Lit.
Yes. So
wish I was lactose intolerant, but I don't mind.
We're gonna get to that. Actually,
I will definitely. That's nasty,
I'll
but
fuck on some ice cream and some mac and cheese.
Yeah, literally.
That's
other than the
if you have the
food, fashion. I love that you can wear whatever.
Yes.
And being that I went to school in West Virginia, there's there's no food. There's no diversity in food. Like it's very limited. So I'm kind of happy that New York has all these things.
Right.
Fashion is another thing.
Yeah.
If I don't have an outfit for an event at 9 p.m.,
just don't go.
No, I'm saying like in New York, I can still scramble up some stuff. There's always stores open.
That's true.
Even there's 24-hour like shopping malls, and I mean not
there's
malls,
stores.
Oh yeah, like the Forever 21 doesn't close until like 1 p.m.
Like it closes at 2 p.m. Oh, 2 a.m.
2 a.m. at the Herald Square. Yeah,
so many stores. Like I can find an outfit.
Yes.
West Virginia. After like 6 p.m., I'm cutting my loss. Like, and everybody else is wearing the same stuff. Like, I used to order, or I would go home. Like when it used to be like the fall fest, or stroll like alpha, whatever y'all used to do. Like, I don't know what sorry, Greek girl. I don't know the name again. Okay, yeah. So somebody's like gonna kill me, but like Greek stuff girl. Like that, It's a struggle finding outfits without trying to look like the same people. So I literally used to get my stuff shipped.
Yeah.
Another thing is, love is always in New York. Like if you see it, there's always happy couples in New York.
All sorts of love too.
All sorts of love, like happy love,
yes, all sorts
love
of
for love,
yes.
everything.
Love for love,
love for love.
No, for
like
real.
All genders.
You can love your dog. You can love your cat. You can love your boyfriend. You can love your girlfriend. You can love whomever. You can love your cat. Whatever. New Yorkers love. Like we are hard. On the exterior, but inside we are soft as hell. We are lovers, okay? So that's what I love about New York.
Let's see, what do I love about New York? So I just moved back to New York about not up to a year yet, but I've lived in Georgia for the last 8 years. So I could say one thing I really do like about New York that we don't have in Georgia is the energy is just really different. Like New York just has this very like fast-paced, ambitious, gotta go energy, which is like more similar to my personality than Georgia. Georgia's very slow. We'll get it done when we get it done. How you doing? We still working on this highway 5 years later.
Oh, no.
Like it's one of those states. And that's fine, but like it used to drive me crazy. So I like the energy of New York. I like the fact that you can get a job at any time in New York.
You sure can.
It was very hard to get a job in Georgia. Like Listen, I was unemployed for a long ass time. But the minute I came to New York, even though my first job moving back wasn't like the greatest job, it was a job and I was getting money and I was able to actually go out. Yeah. I didn't have a job in Georgia, could barely go out, could barely put gas in my car. I had to beg my mama every week, like, can you please give me gas money? Like, it was ridiculous. So I do like that about New York. I'm a little salty because the MTA this morning, so I don't have a lot of loves right now. Sure. But yeah, so we can move on to the things that we cannot stand about New York. And I'm going to go first. Okay. I hate how expensive it is to live in this fucking city. Yes. I hate having a landlord. My landlord this fucking weekend did a construction project, didn't tell me. So 7 o'clock in the morning, all I hear is banging and drilling. I'm trying to sleep for the weekend because I wake up 5 o'clock in the morning to go to work because it takes me 2 hours to get to work because of the fucking MTA. What else can I say about New York? Let me think. There's a lot. I can't say how dirty it is. New York is a dirty ass motherfucking city.
It depends where. Not every place. No, seriously. Okay. Real talk.
Yeah, no, but the places with people that look like us.
Very dirty. The only place I've been to in New York where I'm like, oh wow, it's clean. Upper East Side. Okay. That is the only place. I'm not going to the Upper East Side for nothing.
Yeah. What the fuck is on the Upper East Side?
Like the rich white people that, they care about keeping their shit clean. There's so many homeless people and I don't know. I feel like
with every big city there's a lot of homeless.
There is, but at New York it's crazy.
Because they come to, get a life, live the New York Big Apple dream.
I mean, I understand why they're here. Short. But the fact that they're here is like, oh my God. Like this shit is depressing. Yeah. What else can I say about New York? The smell. Oh my God, it smells so bad in the summer.
No. What smells bad? I'm sick and tired of smelling pee. I'm over it. Yeah. The smell of urine is overwhelming.
And shit.
Okay, I haven't smelled shit.
Because I feel like everybody shits on the corner.
Who?
Oh, you didn't know? You think that's all dog shit? Hey, what did they say that? Girls. And girls, Hannah was moving and she's like, I'm tired of like seeing shit all over the place. Like it's human shit. And they're like, of course it's human shit. You think dog shit that much? Yeah, a lot of it is like human poop. Oh yeah, girl. All the homeless people that you said move here because they're looking for opportunity, be pooping on the street, stinking it up.
One of the smells in New York I hate is BO in the summer.
Oh my
God.
That's a struggle, girl.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Y'all be so hot. Like, come on, get some deodorant.
You know what was the worst thing about New York? Like when I used to come back living in Georgia after high school. So when you go to first of all, if you're in any kind of public city school in New York, you get a Metro card. And for some reason, these high school boys look like men. So, you be giving eyes to these boys and you're like, oh, he's cute. And, he looking at you too. And then all of a sudden he pulls out his green Metro card.
And you're like,
which means that he's in high school. You can't do nothing with that.
No, because you know what they do.
What do they do?
They get their child like to buy the Metro cards because it's like half off. It's like $25 for like an unlimited for the week. Because it's like we used to pay like $20, right, in high school.
For what? For a Metro card?
It was free.
No, I had to pay $20. Girl, I had to pay them.
Because you didn't. Did you go to like a New York City school?
No, I went to New York High School.
Okay, that's why.
Yeah, it was like $20.
Oh, that's fucked up. Yeah.
I don't remember because I just used to walk to school.
Yeah. No, girl. It was like $20 for the unlimited for the week. Or for like a month.
Wow.
I think it's like a month. Yeah.
Wow.
But no, I feel like these are high school students.
No, because what I used to do, like, if an uncle or somebody needed the Metro card and they were like, oh, buy me this,
But during the day, on your way back from, like, during the weekday, when these guys are coming back from school and you see them and they look like grown men and then they pull out that green Metro card, they're high school students. That has happened to me so many times. Especially on the bus.
I just have this strong feeling that it's like somebody's older brother that doesn't have the money.
No, if it's 7 to 8 a.m. or 3 p.m. to 6 p.m.
Because it's a limit on the card, a time limit as to when you can use it.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
So it doesn't matter.
Well, in my experience, they've all been high school students.
Yes.
Okay.
Mine too.
I'm just saying, give it the benefit of the doubt, girl. They may be grown.
I doubt it.
And then on the weekend too, it's just you don't even know. Like,
oh yeah,
you don't even have never know because everybody's using a regular Metro card.
That's why I don't look at it.
We'd be out here struggling. It's really hard. Like, even though there is love in New York, it is hard to find love in New York because everybody is doing their own thing. Nobody wants to be caught up, which, that makes sense. Like, it's a fast city. We all here for different reasons. But It's hard to find a nigga in New York. But that's what I don't like about New York. Yeah, I said my landlords. I hate them very much. Shout out to y'all. Yeah. How about Nana? We can start off with Nana.
What don't I like about New York? I think my morning commute is annoying. My weekend commute is annoying. So the train is just annoying. The smell, of course.
Yes.
So we've touched that. What else don't I like about New York? Okay, I hate the tourists in New York.
Oh my gosh.
So one place I really hate is Times Square. And because I work so close to Times Square, I'm always in Times Square. I hate Times Square, like with a passion. Like, I hate when like family members come from abroad and we're like, that's the first thing that they want to do is go to Times Square.
Yeah,
I hate it. So
every uncle just wants to go straight to Times Square.
And they're like, take me to Times Square. I hate it. Okay, so Times Square. I hate tourists. I love the tourists because, like, I mean, everyone comes to tour where we live. So it's awkward. So
people come to where you live
to tour. Like
really?
New York. They come to New York to tour.
Oh, I thought you meant like where you specifically live.
No, girl. Like they come to New York.
I ain't gonna shout out your hood. That's nobody's business.
But basically, yeah, that. So there's the people that, you know, hit you up like, oh, I'm in New York. I'm in your city. What is it? What should we do? What are we? Like when we are not doing anything because I have a life. I can't. Okay, so I hate that. I hate that people always want to bomb our city. Like it's always a threat, security threat.
That was really heavy.
Yeah, I'm just listing all the things I literally hate. Like it's like a, you know.
I didn't expect that.
Yeah, I hate that our president is from here, born and raised. What else? Gives us a bad name. We look childish. Like,
you know what I hate? Sorry, I hate that everybody thinks that everybody in New York wears Timbs.
Timbs hurt, but I do
stereotypes.
I mean,
everybody wears Timbs everywhere. How is that like a New York? I don't know.
No. Because let me tell you this story about. I was in Brooklyn, and this one guy, he looked like he just came from an interview. So he had the suit on and everything. He had Timbs on.
I already know where the story's going.
And I was looking like. So I just looked at him like, damn, like he didn't even fit, like the suit wasn't even fitted or anything.
That's a New York ass shit.
And he had the New York hat, suit, and Timbs.
That's New York ass shit.
I'm like,
that really is a uniform though. But I don't think y'all should use that against us, but it is a uniform. Like the Yankees cap and Timbs.
And I just feel like, and no, we do not all say B.
I used to say B a lot,
but that was like in high school, middle school.
I love
in middle school I used to say B a lot.
When they put like a Yankee caps and Timbs on like animals, like on a rat. That should be killing me.
And I hate rats. Thank you for letting me know. I hate rats.
I haven't seen that many since I moved back.
What?
Yeah.
Yo, I feel like
I saw my first rat last night in the subway. It was in the subway.
Your first?
In a
inside.
while. Inside the subway.
Inside?
Inside. It wasn't even in the tracks.
Oh, it was just walking around.
Yes.
I see that every morning at Jamaica Center.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it goes in the same spot and I'm like, oh, they go to homie. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yo, I have a phobia of rats. So even when they're in the tracks, like I'm like tensed up.
I used to have a phobia, but then, which is why I don't like the Bronx, I moved into an apartment my 9th grade year and it had so many fucking mouse and rats. So I'm just so used to them niggas now. Like you can't be straight in front of me, but now I see them and I'm like, oh, the homie.
As long as they're not in front of me, like they're in the tracks, I'm fine. I'm like,
yeah, they're in the tracks.
Whatever.
Like I've calmed down.
I just be staring at them.
But when they get onto the platform, like, damn, what is you doing? Like, how'd you get there? Like,
they bold as fuck.
They are bold.
They wearing Timbs too. They bold as hell.
Carrying around pizzas.
Yeah.
No, legit.
And they be so big though.
They are huge.
I don't understand why New York rats are so. It's all that damn food.
Yo, they're bigger than some. Like a lot of these guys' egos.
Okay.
Wow. All right. Well, Sophie, what don't you like about New York?
Well, going back to what you said, like finding love in New York, I feel like it's really hard. Yeah. I feel like the thing in New York is there's so many people that nobody really wants to settle. Because you have so many options. It's like, why settle with anyone? I feel like a lot of you niggas have this mentality, but I'm not going to get into that. What else would I like? I hate how expensive it is to have a good time in New York.
Oh my God. When I tell you last week was a struggle.
That's why. Wait, do you mean like specific events? Because there's loads of things to do for free in New York.
But then you got to go and pay for drinks.
And then pay for transportation.
And then, Uber, because trains don't be running sometimes, so you got to pay for an Uber. That's an expensive-ass night.
Honestly, if you're in New York and you want to save money, you just have to stay your ass home.
Stay as a home.
That's it.
That's what I'm doing
That's what I do.
all of July.
Okay.
Yeah, stay home.
After 4th of July, that's it.
Yeah, that's it. Y'all ain't
Nothing
gonna see
for me. Okay.
And there's so many good parties, but it's like, I'm too broke for this shit.
Yeah.
Like,
Not
after...
even parties, like restaurants.
Everything. Yeah.
Oh, New York. I love you, but I hate you.
I love you. I feel like I can never leave. Like
Me neither.
like even when I leave, I can leave. I'm capable of leaving. But when I leave, it's just like, damn, like nothing else can replace New York.
Yeah,
like in my
very
heart,
true.
like
There's
it's
nowhere else.
Nothing else. Like the
in
vibe
the world like New York.
for me is never the same. Like maybe DC comes close to like the vibe.
DC is like New York on a like miniature scale though.
Yeah, but I can do that.
Like New York's chill cousin.
Yeah.
I definitely could leave New York. I actually plan on doing it. The thing about New York is like, it's just really no fun if you are not making 6 figures.
Literally.
Like, it's really hard to live outside of the city because your commute is going to be an hour plus.
True.
It's really hard to just do fun shit when you can do it, but you have to accommodate yourself. Like, all right, I'm about to be on this train for like an hour and 30 minutes. If it breaks down, then that's just tough shit because, hey, I live in the Bronx or I live in Queens. Like, it's tough out here, man. But I would always feel like I need a place in New York. Like I'm always going to come back to New York. I was born and raised here. Like New York is embedded in me as much as I like try to deny it everywhere I go. But I mean, you know,
you just have a different brag right because where you from?
I'm from New York.
Oh, let me see your ID. New York.
Yeah, and you know what they say: if you can make it in New York, you can make it anywhere, and that's real shit.
That is really true.
Like New York is a hard ass city to live in, but once you finally like make it and you can function in it, you're gonna be so proud of yourself. Like some of the shit that you thought you could never go through, you'll go through in New York, and you'll survive it.
No, like legit. Like I really I top my hat off to like a lot of the people that move from different places that come to New York.
Yeah,
and are doing fine. Yes,
on
you know
their
it's a
own,
struggle.
that don't have support,
and there's really not that much support, and you can do it. And I know so many people, and they can really do it. I hate the people that just like, oh, I came to visit, and I hate New York. Oh my God, I hate New York. Why?
Yeah, you can't visit.
Like
and
you can't visit and have
interpretation of it. Yeah.
No, because you don't know. Like you weren't born and raised here. Just like it's a lot of people from West Virginia that'd be like, oh, I don't like New York. It was too fast paced for me. People bump into me. They were very rude. No, what they don't have is your time. Like we don't have time for you to be just walking and like looking at every single sign on the street. Like
true.
No, like. And if you ask, we're not going to say good morning to you every single morning. I remember when I came back from West Virginia and I used to get on the bus. I'm like, good morning.
Oh, yeah.
And he'll just look at me like,
bitch, your good morning is not paying me. Get to the back of the bus.
Get to the bus.
Yeah.
Right.
I stopped all of that. Like, Gina used to always say, like, you're very rude. Like, you're not even polite.
Oh,
and I'm like, because like,
gosh,
the rudeness.
But it's just like, we went to Stop and Shop, for the barbecue. And I think I ordered like turkey or something. I ordered something. I was like, oh, can I have this, this, and this, and this, and this? Because the lady was like, hey, how are you? What can I get you? And I went, you said, what can I get you? I went right into what you could get me. And he was just like, the lady asked you how you were doing. You could have been like, I'm fine. And you?
I never used to do that, but living in Georgia, I always ask, oh, and you, and people always look at me like the fuck, but it's the Georgia in me.
Yeah, I've changed though. Like, I changed so quick. Like, 3 months back into New York, I'm like, you what? Huh? I need this, and this. Not even to be rude. And at the end of the day, like, have a nice day. Oh, hope you do good. Like, you do like talk to them after you've gotten your order done correctly.
Yeah. New York would definitely harden you. Like, if you're a soft person.
Yeah. Living in New York, you have to I don't know, what's the word? Like, you have to be immune to a lot of stuff. Like, a lot of things you're gonna be like, oh my God, that's crazy. No, you have to numb yourself. Yeah. Because if you feel some kind of emotion about every single thing you see, you're not going to be able to make it. I had to turn off all like my emotions moving back here because it just
I mean,
was
like
pointless.
Just even on the train, like
even on the news.
Yeah.
But who watches the news? Like there's
like I know people that have like literally stepped over like dead bodies, like trying to get to work.
Definitely.
Like
yeah.
Like
for real. Like one more thing about New York that I hate. We talked about the MTA, but I hate like what goes on in the train.
Oh my God.
I hate how I just can't have a peaceful commute. Like when I'm on the train, I like to take naps because I have a very stressful life.
We talked about this last week. Everybody loves their naps on the MTA, okay?
And I just hate how, there'll be a showtime. or just a crazy person, you know, or just someone who just decides they don't want to use headphones today because fuck it, you know, they just want everyone to hear that they're playing Lloyd on their phone. I don't want to hear Lloyd. And today, there was this man who took a poster, rolled it up, used it as a mic, and started singing Earth, Wind, and Fire. The reasons, like right in my ear. Like, I don't want to hear that. I just want to have a peaceful commute.
If I get irritated enough, I'll just go to the next car.
That's it. Next stop. They were like, oh, please stand clear of the closing doors. Right before they say that, I'm on the next car.
Usually with Showtime, I get the fuck up. Like when I see, because you know, you can tell when somebody's about to do Showtime. Like, you know, they start like looking around, seeing how much space they have. So when I see, and it's usually like young guys. So when I see that, I get up right away. And then I go to like the end of the car where I could like run into the next car real quick. And that's it. I can't do it.
I'm not going to lie though. Sometimes Showtime really does like cheer my mood up.
Funny.
Sometimes
but, like,
it's fun.
I just like
my best friend, when she came to visit New York, she loved Showtime. And so she would always be looking like, oh, are we going to get on a train that has Showtime? I'm like, I don't know, Jonte. I mean, it just has to happen. And so the other day, there was Showtime on the train. And like I said, I usually get the fuck up. But I was like, you know what? Let me stop. So I took my phone out. I recorded. I gave them a little $1 and then I sent it to Jonte because I know she loves it. Yeah. I was like, hey, this is for you, girl.
Showtime.
They're very creative when it comes to like,
honestly,
you know, getting money.
They're really strippers, honestly.
Stop.
They are strippers. I'm on the pole.
Stop. They're all underage.
Bye. Yeah, they're like training to be strippers.
There was like a little kid too. Like,
yeah, there's always like one little kid.
I don't know if we were together. He did some little like, you know, Harlem Shake something. And then he was like, okay, that's it. I'm like, where are your parents? Like, it's
wait, he Harlem Shaked. He was trying to get money.
Like,
oh, get the fuck out of here!
That's it. Showtime. I was with, and I was just like,
I would just give him money because he's cute.
Like, it is like 9 p.m. Where are your parents? I mean, I gave him $2. So I'm like, damn, like life must be hard. But shoot, like you're like 9.
You know what I remember on the MTA? I'm sorry. I guess this will go into like the craziest things that have ever happened to us. So there's always homeless people on the train asking for money. And one time it was 2 homeless men and they were arguing with each other because they were like, this is my train. You can't ask for money here.
No.
And I feel like I've heard this story from different people. Like different people have been like, oh, y'all seen them 2 bums on the train that like fight with each other. And I know bums is not the correct word, but you know, whatever. Homeless. But yeah, they were like in the same car and they were both asking for money and they were like arguing with each other saying like, you can't come here. I'm asking for my money. Blah, blah, blah. And they were like about to fight each other. And that's when I got up and went to the next car because I just can't. No. So, I mean, MTA, oh, Lord.
New York, oh Lord.
We can go on and on and on.
Yeah, we really can. Like,
everywhere you go is the main attraction. Your yarn shows a house to be a mansion. When you're on the road.
Okay, so now we're going to move into Get Your Shit Together with Sophie.
Yes, welcome back to Get Your Shit Together. It's so funny that, Nana, you talked about ice cream and the fact that you were lactose intolerant today.
All of a sudden. Mind you, I wasn't born this way.
Honestly. But yeah, because this week we're going to talk about dairy in relation to Black people specifically. I know. I see the look on your faces. But do you guys consume dairy on a daily basis? And how does it make you feel?
Nope.
Not daily.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. I always go straight to the bathroom, but you know, it's a way of life. What?
How did this always happen to you? Did you notice that it started happening as you got older?
I never drink milk. Like I never have put milk inside my body because milk is disgusting to me. I'm a very picky eater, so one thing I never drank was milk.
Yeah.
But I ate a lot of ice cream and cheese. Those are like the 2 dairy things I'm always eating. And you know, ice cream, I just assumed it had a lot of sugar. That's why I always went to the bathroom after. That's not the case. And cheese, if you know me, you know I love pasta. I love Alfredo and I love shrimp and I love it all together. So that's what I eat about like once a week. And yeah, I always have issues. But you know, I mean,
so
whatever.
once a week you just, you know,
not as much anymore. Not
okay.
as much anymore. I don't eat pasta and Alfredo and all that. But I definitely do have something that has cheese on it like 3 times a week. Yeah. So
yeah. So what happens is actually milk and dairy products have this thing called lactose, obviously, lactose. And lactose requires this enzyme called lactase to digest it. And what happens is the older we get, the lactase production stops. That's why kids, they consume milk. Kids aren't lactose intolerant. But the older we get, the more we become lactose intolerant. And actually, people of color tend to be more lactose intolerant.
Why?
Because I don't know, maybe it has to do with our ancient, biology. Maybe our ancestors. Maybe because it wasn't in their specific diets. They didn't really maybe they didn't consume that much dairy.
I mean, my parents always, especially my dad, he makes fun of us for the fact that we're very tall. Like all of us are tall, and he would say that like, I didn't consume all, like when family members were like, how are you so short? You and your wife are so short and your kids are so tall. Everyone's taller than
there's
you.
hope for my kids.
Yeah. And my dad would be like, all the milk they consumed when they were younger. Like that. Yeah. And then like, if I was drinking 2 times the milk, I would be very, very tall. And I was just like, so maybe that's what it is. Like they didn't consume milk because,
but see, in Nigeria, we have this cheese that we eat. It's, I don't know if it's called wala.
Okay.
Whatever. Wara, that's what it's called. And it's like filled with like that makes me go straight to the bathroom. They've been eating that for centuries. So I don't know. I mean, my family, they fuck with milk.
I don't eat cheese. Like that's like
dairy.
the one thing.
I love cheese.
Pizza. If you know me, I peel the cheese off my pizza.
Cheese is my downfall.
Yep. I don't like every time people like I eat
I
pizza.
don't disrespect pizza like that.
I know. But that's why I always get like a cheeseless pizza. Shout out to New York for having cheeseless pizza.
So what is it, like bread?
No, it's like everything.
Bread and tomato?
And veggies and everything but cheese.
Okay.
Yeah.
Disrespectful.
No.
Disrespectful ass pizza.
Very, but it's yummy. And lactose free.
But yeah, cheese is my downfall. Cheese is that's what fucks me up. But what's interesting is most white people, they are unique that they continue to produce lactase up until adulthood. So 88% of white people are able to digest lactase. Which is why, like the Western diet, you see, like, there's a lot of dairy in it.
Of course there is.
But what I found that was interesting is just because dairy upsets your stomach doesn't necessarily mean that you're lactose intolerant. Actually, there's another term. It's called lactose maldigestion. Sorry. And 75% of African Americans have this condition. Okay. And 70 to 90% of Africans have that condition.
I have that condition.
Raise your hand if you're lactose
because it came out of nowhere.
But yeah, this is according to a study published in 1988 by the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition. And it's what I also found was interesting was Anglo-Saxons, like white British people, they have the lowest percent of lactose maldigestion. It's at 5%. We're at 75%. And they're at 5%. But
because when the food you eat is the same color as your skin,
it just digests perfectly fine.
I don't know. Just throwing out theories.
Yeah, no, for real.
That is so interesting. But I don't know. Do you guys, like, knowing that you aren't able to process lactose, do you just take that L? Or do you just, okay.
All the time.
I mean, I kind of stopped. No, because, like, sometimes when I eat ice cream and I'm at the wrong place, wrong time, and my commute is like 2 hours, like, I'm not about to do that.
Yeah, see, I don't do that. I don't eat there unless I know I'm at my house or I'm going straight home. You gotta time it.
Yeah, I mean, but if we're going to Tipsy, bartender, wherever we're going, like ice cream shop, like I'm trying to.
Yeah,
that's like. I mean, I'm very close to Harlem, but still.
I mean, I am trying to cut out dairy just because I don't know. I feel like I'm getting older. Might as well like try to make better eating choices. What the fuck ever. But it's hard because I love me some Alfredo and mac and cheese and ice cream and everything else with dairy. So.
It's hard.
I mean, I've everything almond and coconut milk for me.
Yeah, me
soy
too.
milk, everything. I don't eat yogurt anymore. Yogurt was like my life.
Actually, yogurt is not that bad for you though.
I can't.
Yogurt, it has like a lower yogurt has a lower amount of lactase because it's cultured, so the bacteria.
But I still feel the bubbles, like the the rumbling. It doesn't do anything.
I mean, it's not great, but it's not as bad as like.
But it upsets your stomach.
Yeah, I feel the little rumbles, and then that'll be it. So,
but if you guys are listening and lactose lactose makes you feel bad, but you still want to eat it, you still want to take that L, you should just start slowly, with your dairy. Start with small portions and just gradually build your way up.
Are there other products that we're allowed to eat, like that can substitute cheese products?
There's lactose-free milk, lactase. What's it called? Lactate. Sorry.
Yeah, Lactate.
I bought Lactate because I was making mac and cheese and I didn't want, all that milk. And I also, this is embarrassing, but I bought cookies and I wanted cookies and milk, but I didn't want milk. So I bought Lactate one day and it worked.
Yeah,
it didn't make me go to the bathroom. It wasn't bad at all. So Lactate is really good. Also, natural cheeses like Colby, Jack, cheddar, those are better than like processed cheese like mozzarella.
Oh, is it like isn't cheese like all? I don't even know what cheese is. Okay.
I don't even know what cheese is.
Yeah, and also I said yogurt is also easier to digest if you're lactose intolerant. Also, if you take probiotics, that also helps. Or, or if you want to cut it out, that's fine too. I've been cutting out my dairy. Dairy also causes like a lot of inflammation. And acne. So I've just been like ever
bloating.
Since... I don't know what happened.
Bloating.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, bloating. Yes.
Weight gain.
Because after that pasta, shit.
Gas.
Okay, gas.
Like, I could name it for y'all, like hair loss. It's like, no. Who knows?
But yeah, ever since, I think like around 21, my body started rejecting dairy like really, really hard. Like my body was like, girl, we can't do this anymore. And like last year, I was just like, I can't do it. So I cut dairy down.
It took you 3 years to be like, all right, cool.
Sometimes I'll have a little pizza. I feel like when you have like a little bit of dairy, that's fine. But like a whole block of cheese, can't do it.
You eat a whole block of cheese?
I love cheese that much.
You too, Simba?
It depends on the cheese.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So,
or like cheesecake. Oh my God, there's so many things with dairy that I can't let go.
Cheesecake is life.
See. I was watching Golden Girls this morning and they had cheesecake like every scene. It's amazing.
Love cheesecake. That's what I love New York for too. So many cheesecake.
Oh yeah, New York cheesecake. And then New York pizza. Okay, so now we are going to move on to music.
So, some African artists kind of dropped some songs this week. And Malik Berry, he dropped a new song called Been Callin'. And Ajay Butta, 22, dropped a song called Gonna Bounce. And I kind of like both of them. Kind of dope. So, also this week in music, Wizkid remade his video of Come Closer over again.
Yeah, because the first one was terrible.
Yeah, I felt like it was kind of the same. But the new one is actually really, really good. I kind of liked it. It was way better. The production was...
Was Drake in it this time?
No, both times he was absent. So I thought, Drake was probably in the song, in the video this time around.
Yeah.
That didn't happen. Okay. So I guess he was sent straight to voicemail twice, which kind of sucks, Yeah, poor Wizkid. But I like the new video. So it was kind of nice. And okay, so the new album that came out, we all want to talk about, 444 by Jay-Z. After seeing all the advertisement for like the past 2 months everywhere in New York.
The Lemonade Response.
Is it? I didn't listen to it. I don't have time.
444 is a Lemonade Response. Yeah. But the rest of the album, no.
It's a diss. I feel like it's a diss album. That's how I
think
feel.
So.
I feel like he dissed Ye. He dissed all the up and coming artists. Yes.
Wow.
He dissed all the up and coming artists. He dissed all the people that like to waste money. He dissed a lot.
I think this album was more of a reflection of Jay-Z at his age. I think it was more of him just saying what he's learned so far. And, Jay-Z hasn't made music in a little bit. So kind of stepped back, was looking at what everything that's going on in his life. And it was kind of just his diary. So yeah, you're going to diss some people in your diary.
Yeah.
But I don't think it was a straight diss. I think it was just like, this is what I've learned. He was talking about how he used to waste money and how he could have made more investments. He was talking about how he could be a better husband. He was talking about the industry and how the industry kind of blocks him from some things. And he was exposing the industry about a lot of things. So,
but that's why I said, like, in a nutshell, it was just a diss.
Okay.
I mean, it was a reflection. I don't feel like he went about it in a distasteful manner because it was definitely a learning experience listening to it. Because I'm just like, wow, this man was really harboring some like thoughts about the industry, like just like you said about a lot of stuff. So I did feel like, okay, damn, Jay-Z, like you at 4:44 a.m. one night, because that's when it was released. Yes, no, that's when he was writing some of the his work. And
is that what he said?
Yeah,
he named
according to
444? I thought it was just because 4 was an important number to him and his family.
But he did, according to Complex, they did state that he did that.
Okay.
So
I wish I could listen to the album. I can't afford Tidal.
But they've been playing. I know you say you don't listen to the radio, but they've been playing like almost every single single on his album there. Yeah.
105.1.
I'll pirate it somewhere. Sorry, Jay-Z.
Well, I mean, it's coming to Apple Music in a week.
Oh, it is? Okay,
This week
perfect.
coming up, so you'll get it. Yeah,
I'll get it. Yeah,
it's just gonna be a little late, but you'll be all right. But I feel like I just hate the fact that he cheated. Like, damn, like
that doesn't surprise
so many
me, though.
times.
he talked about that on the album.
Yeah.
And
That
it wasn't like
doesn't surprise
once.
me.
Like, it wasn't just Becky with the hair girl. Like, it was
multiple songs.
multiple girls.
times, multiple women.
Wow.
Yeah, like, and I was like, damn, Beyonce. Like, for me, like, from a women's perspective, yes, it's like, okay, we all get it. It's a work of art. This is golden. This is like one of his deep rooted, I feel like, deep thoughts.
Yeah, because I'm not really a Jay-Z fan, but this one I did like.
Yeah, I mean, I like his music. I'm all for the back in the day, like the vibes. Like,
He's a hit or miss artist for me, honestly.
Sometimes,
yeah.
But he's dope to me. But this like piece of work, I'm just like, wow, you took a hiatus and you're really back and you brought it.
Yeah.
He really came back with something really like introspective.
But I feel like you were bitched on Lemonade, so you needed a comeback. That's why I feel like you needed something hard. Like, you needed to be like, yeah, I did this. Yeah, I did. So what are you gonna do about it?
It's so funny how they like Beyonce and Jay-Z kind of like put their marital issues like capitalize on it, like are making money from that.
For
That's
like
so cool.
20 years. Like, you've never heard anything about them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
How long
still
have they
do.
been dating? Like 10 years, 20 years?
A little
15
longer than that. Yeah. about
Okay, yeah. So
15, yeah.
they've been together for so long, and you haven't heard anything except for the time that Solange like slapped the hell out of Jay-Z.
Now we know why.
And
that
now we
went
know
down.
why. And
yeah.
We do.
Girl,
I mean, I feel like
I feel like she knew about this this whole time, but just because that one isolated incident with Becky with the hair.
not even that. I just feel like with the footage in the elevator, it was just like Solange probably just found out that he was cheating on his sister, or she saw something disrespectful and she just went off on him because Beyonce literally just moved her dress. She was like, go at him, I don't care.
Yeah, because I feel like Solange already knows the whole story. Like, why
At
not
the
tell you
time,
everything?
so-
So she just saw this one little thing and was like, oh no, you're not in front of the public. You're not.
Yeah. But at the same time, we will never know.
We would never
We
know.
will never know.
I can't
and they're
wait.
never gonna tell us.
Yeah, but I mean, we have the snippet, and they're very smart business people. Like,
Yeah.
these are business moves.
Yeah.
But the
Who
album
knows?
is dope.
Who knows? He might not have even cheated. Maybe they're just
I
like
definitely
creating
believe
it.
he cheated.
Oh, okay.
But that's another thing. Like, as a woman, it's just like, damn, Beyonce's been going through all of this, and we did not know any of it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
damn, like, even the mom, like, I wonder how much like she's actually gone through, and then you're still with this guy. Like, this is a marriage. Like, that is love. Like, I don't think I could take it. Like, me personally, that's where I got from this. Like, Lemonade was like, damn, like, I've been through all of this, and I'm coming back for everything that you took from me, dignity and all. Like, I'm coming back for it,
and I'm still gonna stay with you.
and I'll still stay with
And
you
have your
and have these
friends.
babies with you. But his own is like, yeah, I did this. I see my mistakes, and it took a child for me. It took him having Blue Ivy to be like, okay, I need to change. I need to respect my wife.
Wow.
I mean, I feel like niggas is niggas.
Yeah,
like that don't
I was
surprise
just like,
me.
damn, like, I don't know. When you look up to, that's why you can't call people relationship goals, because you don't know what the hell they're going
I do
through
agree
in their
with that.
relationship.
So true.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, everything may seem beautiful and stuff on the outside, but you really don't know. And it may be beautiful for real,
Yeah.
you know, but you can never call somebody's like relationship goals like ever.
I mean, I do really appreciate the album, and especially him talking about Beyonce and him cheating on her, because I don't know, sometimes you see these celebrities and you kind of see them as larger than life. You don't really think they have issues. You don't think they have problems. You think they're just living the life.
You don't think they're human.
Right. You don't think they're human because that's just what you see portrayed in the media. So it was interesting to know that Jay-Z actually does go through shit, and he goes through shit with his wife and his family and his kids and all that kind of stuff. So I don't know. I feel like it was very humbling to humbling for him to make this album and to put himself out there. Because to me, Slick was like R&B album. Like how he put himself out there like that. I'm like, damn, this is really deep.
So he really talked about his feelings. Huh?
Yeah, he talked about his feelings. He basically said his mom was a lesbian, which I thought was really interesting. Like, damn, they put everything out there.
Yep.
And I appreciate it. I feel like artists these days realize that they can't just make a bop and think that they're going to be cemented into history. You have to actually make something that's going to be substantial.
Yeah.
But then again, like I feel like he's at the place in his like life in his career that he can do that. I just feel like some artists can't really, if you're not like a J. Cole or a Kendrick, you really can't spit some dope stuff about your life and really make, like that's like a Kodak Black, you know, doing that right now.
I mean, I feel like really Chance, he did that with his album. Chance I feel like SZA has done that with her album. I feel like there's a lot of artists that aren't as high up there as Jay-Z that have done that, and we respect their music a lot more because they are putting a lot more thought into it. They're not just giving us a beat and a bop, like, you know.
But I'm saying like certain like Future, but he's still blowing up because all he does is mumble.
But I guess like, for me personally, I appreciate
does that now. I was just looking like, what?
I would still appreciate it.
Like, I would still appreciate it.
I wouldn't take it seriously because everything you've maybe in a couple of years for Future, like if he's like Jay-Z's age or like, you know, in his status of, you know, building his legacy, maybe I would be like, oh, okay, like I remember when you were very childish back then. I remember when you used to rap like this back then. And then now, you know, you've grown and matured in your music and in your creative and in your art. I could be like, oh, okay, like he's definitely transformed. Like I can see that. But if Future decides to pull a Jay-Z and starts talking about Sierra and his life and baby Future and all his other baby mamas, I'm like, dude, we saw this on Shade Room. Like,
nah, I would love it. If it was good and the music was good and the production was good, I would love it.
I don't think I could take him seriously right now. Me personally, I don't think I could. Like, or Young Thug doing the same thing. Like, I don't think I could, like, place them right now. Because even Jay-Z, if Jay-Z would have done that, like, maybe 10 years ago, I don't think I would have, well, maybe I would have. But I don't think I could, like, really take it in the way I could take it in right now.
I don't know. To me, good music is good music. If I fuck with it, I fuck with it, no matter who it comes from.
True.
So, because, you know, I still like Tunnel Vision and Kodak Black is terrible. So,
you know what?
For me personally, I love when especially rap artists get more introspective with their feelings because I feel like, you know, society tells them, especially like as Black men, like you can't talk about your feelings. You have to be closed off emotionally. True. So I love when I can like listen to music from my favorite artists and like really understand how they're feeling and what they're going through.
Your keyword, your favorite artist. Keywords.
Yeah, because
I don't want my favorite artist.
Sometimes you could become my favorite artist depending on how the body of work you put out.
Yeah, I don't want to hear Kodak Black's feelings. So.
That's what I'm saying. Like it just, if you've rubbed me the wrong way, Future has rubbed me the wrong way, like on many occasions. I don't even know that man.
I love a rap love song. That's my favorite type of rap. Like, if it's like a love song, but you just rapping over it, like, because Rick Rossi's not my favorite rapper, but he has some songs where it's just like, ooh, I felt it.
Even Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne has done that too.
Yeah, Pussy Money Weed. Yeah, that's my favorite song by him. I love that song. It's amazing.
He's done that many times. And he's talked about his life. He's talked about, you know, his struggles. Like, Lil Wayne is another person I could, like, appreciate. Yeah. So, but I mean, shout out to Jay-Z, yo. Like, the album was an excellent album.
Yeah, I did appreciate that album.
Dope.
I'm gonna wait for that to come on Apple Music. I'm sorry, Beyonce. I can't pay for that title subscription.
Shoot,
and when it does, I'll listen.
Neither can Ye. So now we're next topic.
Yes, that's an awesome segue into our hot topics or word on the street or whatever we feel like calling it this week. We're going to start off with Kanye West, and he is supposedly leaving Tidal and suing them. He said that, well, I guess statistics have showed it's not just him saying, because Ye says a lot of stupid shit that ain't true. Yeah. But he supposedly brought in 1.5 million subscribers after his last album, Life of Pablo, dropped.
I can kind of believe that.
Yeah, and he was supposed to get a bonus for that, which he did not receive.
I also believe that.
And of course, you know, he's having these issues with Jay-Z. Jay-Z also addressed that on his album. And so Kanye said that he is leaving Tidal and he wants his money. He's suing them for his money.
Get your money, boy. Get it.
I mean, if it was an agreement that he was supposed to get a certain amount of money after bringing subscribers, then I feel like he deserves the money.
And I feel like, I mean, they can definitely afford timing because apparently it is very bad timing. News that Kim felt, you know, kind of felt some type of way that Jay-Z definitely like said some stuff about Kanye and attacked him for being, because apparently he said something about mentally ill. I don't remember the whole.
Oh my gosh.
I don't remember. Do you remember the lyric about something mentally ill?
I'm not a Jay-Z fan.
Okay.
I'm not a Jay-Z fan. I don't even listen to this album.
Oh my God. No, it was in the album.
Oh, this one?
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought you were talking about like before.
No. Like this album. Yeah.
So Kim made sure she listened to it just so she could have a comment.
You know how some people like they listen to like, oh, okay, he said yay this. And, oh my God, made the connection. Yeah, that. So that happened. And he was just like, he's been going through stuff. Because we all know that Kanye has been going through some mental health issues.
Yeah.
He's been going through it since basically his mother died. Like, so it's
he's never been the
knowledge.
Same since,
like, we know this.
That's true.
Poor thing. But, so, I mean, it is, he did go on stage, I believe a year ago or so, and said that, Jay-Z and Beyonce called him out for, how they treated him and Kim and treated North and Blue and whatever the case may be. If you're supposed to be bros, you're supposed to be friends, no matter what our families are going through, we should still be cool, which I still believe.
I feel like Kanye and Jay-Z are Kanye's that friend that thinks that he is more of a friend to Jay-Z than Jay-Z actually thinks he's a friend to Kanye. Honestly, I feel like Kanye thinks that, that's my brother, all this kind of stuff. What was that song, Big Brother, on one of Kanye's albums where he was talking about Jay-Z? And that's great. But Jay-Z, he's been in this for a long time. He doesn't see you the same way. Which is at least I don't think he does.
Yeah, which is petty.
I don't think it's petty. It's life. Yeah. Sometimes you have friends that you fuck with them harder than they actually fuck with you. But then when you get to that realization, that's when shit blows up. And I feel like that's what happened because Jay-Z's not really saying much. Even in his album, Jay-Z was like, I gave you 20 million and you gave me 20 minutes. Like, he don't give a fuck. He don't care. So Kim coming out and trying to say, he should have. They don't care about you, sis. They never have.
No, okay, well, Kim saying that, she was just, standing up for her husband as she should.
Girl, bye.
So,
nobody cares.
I don't know Kim, stance or anything, but yeah, I mean, her putting her input and saying whatever she did, that's because, that's her husband. And you're attacking her husband, quote unquote.
Yeah, I mean,
because of his situation and his.
I just feel like Kim needs to shut up. Like, nobody, you could have said that, with your family who actually cares, but we don't care because you're telling all of us to get a rise out of, the media. Nobody cares. Keep it to yourself.
I mean, if Jay-Z was making light of Kanye's, mental health issues.
And that's what I feel like he kind of did.
I don't think that's cool at all. So
I feel like that's what he kind of did. So that's why I was saying, he kind of dissed. Yes, Kanye has gone on stage and attacked Jay-Z and such, but this was apparently in the quote unquote.
Call me.
Yeah, this was in his mental state of mind. This is when he was going through his issues. And it doesn't help that you had to realize that your friend really wasn't your friend, wasn't really rocking with you the way you was rocking with him, or going so hard for you.
Yeah. I mean, they didn't even come to the wedding. I feel like that's when you first should have realized.
I mean, it's been a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
but
Beyonce posted them pictures with them nice ass braids on the day of their wedding,
which is also another petty situation. It's been a lot of little petty. Just because Beyonce doesn't like Kim does not mean.
I don't see it as petty. I don't know. Maybe my definition of petty is different, but I feel like petty is when you purposely do something to antagonize another person. I think Beyonce and Jay-Z are living their life. They're not even focused on Kim and
But I feel like if
Kanye.
they got the invitation, damn well you had.
But if I don't want to go, I don't want to go. How's that petty?
I feel like they should have said that though. I don't think.
We don't know.
We don't even know what the hell they said.
We don't know what happened.
But I just don't think Queen B is petty.
I don't know. I just feel like back then I felt like she was being petty, but it's whatever.
She was minding her black ass business and getting all these awards.
I feel like the Carters are just super indifferent.
They're very indifferent.
Yeah.
Which it could come off as petty, but how can it be petty if I wasn't even thinking about you?
Right, exactly.
But he was thinking this time when he wrote those lyrics.
Yeah, because Kanye called him out on stage, and it's all right, I guess I gotta address this.
I hope he got that phone call though.
Maybe not. I don't know. Yeah. I just feel like with the Carters, when it comes to putting their business out, that's when they stop fucking with you.
True.
They're very private people, and Kim and Kanye are not private, at all. Which is why I wouldn't fuck with them.
And I feel like maybe that's why they've always, took a step back completely, because everything is about publicity with them. So maybe they didn't want to be capitalized on the wedding. They didn't want, Beyonce and them didn't want to have that image, let's focus only on Beyonce and Jay-Z, on the Kim Kardashian show, because that thing was, recorded.
Kim Kardashian show.
Whatever it's
called.
Yeah,
that's basically what it is.
Yeah, so.
But speaking of the Carters, supposedly we have the name of their twins, Rumi and Sir Carter.
Okay.
Their names were, we don't know if it's their names, but the names Rumi and Sir Carter were trademarked. So everybody thinks that's the name of the twins because, Beyonce loves trademarking her kids' names. I think she's still in a battle trying to trademark Blue Ivy's name, but whatever. So yeah, that's what they're saying the kid's name is. I don't believe it.
I don't believe anything unless I see it on Beyonce's Instagram feed. So,
yeah, but
that's where I'm
suck
at.
if that was really their names and like we had to find out before she told us. Like, I'd be like, "Ooh, Beyonce, they slipping at that camp. Like, what's going on?"
Right. Rumi and Sir, though, that's interesting. It sounds like a boy and a girl. I like Rumi, but
isn't there like a
It sounds like a Yoruba name actually.
Rumi? Isn't there a philosopher or a guru named Rumi? I don't know. I feel like there is. That's what. So when I heard Rumi, I was like, okay, I can feel like the philosophicalness of the name Rumi, but Sir.
Hey, Sir.
Ew.
And it's so funny because Beyonce has a makeup artist named Sir John. So
see, that's what I feel like it's a decoy.
Maybe. I
feel like it's a decoy. Yeah, I don't know. That might not really be their names.
Well, I like Rumi.
Yeah.
Rumi Oluwa.
Oh my God. Why are you playing?
Like a Yoruba
Beyonce's
name?
been using Yoruba goddesses to,
Exactly.
That's true. She definitely
do her
has.
imagery. So
She sure has.
maybe she was like, "Ooh, I like this little Yoruba name right here."
How much would bet it's probably Yoruba like shit? It does sound Rumi sounds so Yoruba.
Maybe it's the name of like a clothing line or some kind of collaboration or something like
That's
that.
so weird.
And
If
it
she
has
did
like a
that.
deep meaning, like Ivy Park or something like that. I don't know.
Mm.
Whatever. Like I said, I won't believe it until Beyonce says it.
I feel like Ivy Park is kind of tacky.
The clothes or the name?
No, the clothes. I like people wear it to the clubs. I feel like it's a workout thing, but it's to me.
But I feel like people were gonna wear it to the clubs like
I know,
even
but
before it
when
came
I
out.
see it in New York, I'm like,
Yeah. That's how you know it's a Beyonce
so
stan.
tacky.
Yeah.
Okay.
They wear the bras with the Ivy Park across
Right.
the chest.
And then like you're not even working out. Like,
Yeah.
you're just okay.
I just can't afford Ivy Park, so I'm sorry.
Even if I could.
I'd wear it to work out. It is a little tacky now because now when you see it, it's like, Beyonce. Like, I don't know. It's kind of like a baby fat or a Rocawear now.
If short, I feel like
Oh my
all her
gosh.
stuff. She should just stick to music because no.
What happened to Darion?
Yeah,
Oh, Darion, that was a tacky brand. They sold that at TJ Maxx.
They still do? Wow.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if they still do.
I don't know if they do.
That was a pretty tacky brand. I don't know. I still love you,
House
Queen
of
Bee.
Darion.
But you're really good at entertaining musically.
Just
Yeah,
that.
she can't act either.
Yeah, no.
Oh God. No, Beyonce can't act. She cannot act.
I was gonna say, what's that movie again? When she
Hip Opera?
No, the
Cadillac
crazy one.
Records?
No, the crazy girl.
Crazy.
The
Obsession.
Obsessed.
Yeah.
Wait, obsessed.
She did it with Idris Elba and the white girl, which
And then they remade it with Rosario Dawson and Katherine Heigl.
I haven't even seen that
Like,
one.
but
Me
that-
either. It's just the Beyonce one. It was kind of
Yeah.
scary though. To me, like when I watched it in the beginning, like when it first came out, I was scared.
Oh my gosh.
I don't like scary stuff. Like anything that gives you a little like a little rise in temperature.
Uh-huh.
I'm good.
All right, so moving on to the other Kardashians. They're not even Kardashians. They're
Jenners.
They're Builder Kardashian Jenners.
Eh.
They're trying to look like Kardashians. But Kylie and Kendall.
Teletubby.
So they came out with a shirt, a t-shirt for their clothing line with the images of Biggie and Tupac with their thotty ass images on top of them. Of course, Black people went crazy because what the fuck? Like, why do they keep doing this? And then Biggie's mom came out and said that she never approved for her son's image to be used for anybody's clothing
girl.
line.
Okay.
So, I mean, of course, I think Kylie came out with an apology. I didn't read her apology because I don't listen to white people's apologies anymore.
Are you really sorry?
Huh?
Because like, are you really sorry?
I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't know what goes through those little girls' heads. Like, everything about them is money. Like, you have to have
And
respect
surgery.
for some things.
money and surgery.
Money and surgery. But yeah, no, people were really pissed about that. Like, why? What was it? Amanda Steele was like, it's not even like white privilege anymore. It's like pearl privilege, ivory privilege, eggshell privilege. Because those girls, they
Why?
just like, they love stealing from Black people.
Mendelsohn's hilarious.
My thing is finally, karma is a bitch. Like legit.
But I feel like bad things have been happening to them all 2017.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like
Pepsi Gate.
I mean,
Pepsi-gate.
I mean, but after they stole like 2 different clothing lines
Oh, yeah.
in like the last like 6 months or whatever,
Yeah.
karma. Like finally, you're getting what you deserve. You're not about to keep stealing from people and capitalizing on their like success and think it's okay. Like
I don't know, like people love Black culture so much, but then they disrespect the fuck out of it. Like there's a
Okay.
respectful way to appreciate Black culture without looking like, Christopher Columbus when you come and you say, oh, I own this when no girl, it was here first.
Screw Christopher Columbus, but I love that day off though. I'm not even gonna lie. Like
Then it just took you like completely off. I'm like, wait, what?
no, like legit. But okay.
But yeah, so let's move on to what we really want to talk about. Kodak Black, because we didn't get to talk about him in our last episode. And it's the story that keeps giving.
Yeah,
it's the gift that keeps giving. Like he just keeps going on social media saying stupid stuff.
After didn't he delete his Instagram though?
He definitely did.
So what is he doing now? Twitter?
So
Live?
we're gonna go through the timeline
cool.
of Kodak's nonsense. So I guess he was doing an Instagram live and somebody asked him, how do you feel about Keke Palmer? Do you think she's cute? He's like, I bag her, but I don't really like black girl like that. That's literally what he said. Of course,
like you like that. Like what the hell?
Black Instagram went crazy, and he was like, "It's not my fault. I like." What did he say? He said he liked Cardi. He said he liked Kylie, J-Lo, which you could never. I think he said. He didn't say Taylor Swift. Am I just being funny?
He did say Taylor Swift.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
And he said Taylor Swift. So, of course, everybody got in his ass because
he said Taylor Swift?
He said Taylor Swift.
I guess he did. But everybody got in his ass because, he's black and ugly with Bantu knots. Like, what are you talking about? And then he went back on Instagram talking about, I like what I like, whatever. And then he deleted his Instagram.
Right.
Then he went on his Twitter and said, y'all not going to make me feel bad.
Yeah, we are.
Y'all not going to, attack me.
Yes, we will.
Obviously, they attacked him. He deleted that too.
Okay.
So then there was a basketball game that he was at. And the interviewer, girl, okay. But the interviewer was asking him, like, what's going on with these comments about you saying you don't like black women. And he was like, I mean, I like black women. I just don't like dark-skinned women. Like, I don't like dark-skinned women that are like my complexion. Like, I like something lighter than that.
So what is his complexion? Because only him specifically is doo-doo.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God. Don't do that.
Only him.
But he was like, I have my preference. People don't get mad at guys when they say they don't like big girls. And I'm like, yes, they do. But
yes, they do.
that's neither here or there. And then he was like, I prefer light-skinned girls because they're easier to control. He said dark-skinned girls are really tough and they can't be controlled and they're really
Amen.
They're
I'm
really
so happy. Amen. You can't control me. Good.
They're really hot off the mouth. And he's like, I just prefer a light-skinned girl, a girl that don't look like me.
He didn't lie though. So,
of course, everybody had their response because feminism. I'm not being sarcastic. It's a good thing that everybody wants to join together and help. But the face, I'm using quotations, of feminism, Amber Rose, decided to come out and have a whole post where she was like, growing up as a dark-skinned girl in South Philly, I used to get made fun of, and I used to love the dark-skinned girls. Like, I used to want to be dark-skinned.
She lied.
Wait.
And yes,
she said growing up as a dark-skinned girl.
Oh, light-skinned. I'm sorry, light-skinned girl
I was
in
like,
South Philly. Yes. So basically, she was just saying that it doesn't need to be any division between dark skin and light skin. We need to let these niggas know that we don't give a fuck and we're not messing with any of them. So yes, I feel like we talk about this every week about niggas that like bag on dark skin girls.
They always saying something. This is what I'm trying to say. Like, damn, just keep your mouth shut. Do what you want. Don't drag us. We didn't do nothing to you. We don't even want you. He looked like a burnt roach. Like, can we talk about what he looked like?
You could talk about what he looked like. Say whatever you want, girl.
He looks like toe, like like that little stuff in between your toes.
Wow.
What stuff in between your toes?
Not okay. Like a homeless person's toe, like when they're he looks like the bottom of a homeless person.
Sophie, what do you be looking at? I was just gonna say
like
that when you burn your toast and you have to scrape. And he's just like the residue that I don't want.
Right.
What else does he look like? He look like these speakers.
Wow.
Just blowing me.
He look like these speakers.
He also looks
toe jam. There it is.
He looks like this peppermint tea, the residue. Like right here.
The residue of the peppermint tea.
Just the tea. The bag.
The bag when the bag breaks.
Yep, when the bag breaks in your tea and you're just salty because you just made the bomb ass tea and it just break that. What else does he look? He looks like he smells like a wet fart.
He looks like the subway tracks, like the inside.
That's nasty. He looks and smells like that. Yeah. What else does he do?
He looked like the rat that be on the subway.
The ones that climb up, the bold ones.
He looked like the rat with the pizza.
Short.
Anywho, Kodak.
Yeah.
I honestly, like, stuff like this, I just do not care. I was surprised that this even like blew up on social media, because how many times have we heard guys talking about they don't like dark skinned girls?
But my thing is just like, you of all people, like usually it's like sometimes it's like the light skin or the brown skin kind of guys that do this. Boy, you look like us.
Yeah.
You look just like us. Like
He specifically
how?
said, I don't like women that are my complexion.
Obviously self-hating.
Like,
Yeah,
Like, that's
but
all
you're
that is.
projecting. Don't
Honestly.
project that self-hate over
all
here.
that
Like,
is.
keep that to yourself. What you really need to do. What is that thing that they always promote on the other podcasts?
what?
The
Bevel?
Squarespace? No, the other one.
Not Squarespace. Talkspace.
Talkspace.
Talk to them.
Talk to them about why you hate people that look like you
Exactly.
so much.
Something happened to you. Who hurt you? Kodak Black.
Sounded like Uncle Ruckus off of Boondocks.
I'm sure it's probably like where he's from? Florida, right? It's probably some Hispanic girl was like,
Miami,
Poppy, too dark.
Right.
Wow. I mean, I don't know. I feel like these days, nobody's going to like everything. Like, there's always going to be racism. There's always going to be homophobia. There's always going to be something that you don't like. But what we want you to do these days is keep it to yourself.
Yes.
We don't care. If you don't like me because I'm black or I'm dark skinned, keep that to yourself. I don't care. It's not doing anything for my day. But Kodak Black, he's new, he's young. Like,
No,
I
I
mean,
hate people that use that as an excuse. Like, you have access to technology. You have access to whole media system that
people.
PR that can tell you
Yeah.
like what you're supposed to say, what you're not supposed to say, how you're supposed to look, how you're not supposed to look. You have access to all these different things.
I don't think these new kids are doing that. I think that's something they used to invest on with, like, you know, back in the day artists. But these days, social media is so rampant. The way you got famous is the crazy shit you did say off
on
of social
social
media.
media.
So who's gonna pay for you to have PR?
I mean, but still, like,
You are
just,
your PR.
I mean, but simply just being on Instagram and you see all of this. You see how social media blows up when people do say like a racist remark. That doesn't like.
But I think you're assuming that he has sense. I think that's the problem.
But,
And he
but
doesn't.
common sense isn't bought. Like, you could just
Common sense isn't common.
Like, you just it
It's
isn't.
not.
It is
like
not.
It did not surprise me that he said that. He even said it in tunnel vision. He said that I need a girl that was gonna listen. I need a little mom that's gonna listen.
And I always say, like, I'm not the one to listen. Like, I don't
oh
listen.
gosh.
It's like one thing. It's one thing to say that once, but he said it 3 times.
He said
And he
multiple
sang
times.
about it. And you girls really be hyping it up like, I need a baby that's gonna listen. And they always like to tweet that hashtag and with the little dog
Wait,
filter.
really?
Yeah, they always
What?
post it. I need a baby that's gonna listen. They always post it on
I'll
Twitter
listen
and stuff.
to you.
All this
Y'all
other
thoughts.
stuff and put the little
I need to go listen to
doggy
SZA.
filter and stuff. Yep, they sure do on social media. Like, girls do anything. So you hype him up. He's thinking like, oh yeah, I can say whatever I want to say because you guys have given him that platform to say whatever he wants to say because
Who
you
is you
agreed
guys?
with that.
Who is you
When
guys?
it comes to
No, I'm
stuff
just
like
saying,
that,
I'm kidding.
You're pulling to me.
Oh gosh. What were you gonna say,
Kodak.
Sophie?
no, I was saying when it comes to stuff like that, I just have a problem separating the artist from the art. Like, I can't really listen
Seriously.
to Kodak Black's music now. I mean, to be honest, I didn't even like Tunnel Vision that much.
Oh, I love
I
me
thought
some
it
Tunnel
was
Vision.
cute.
It's cute,
You know,
yeah, it's
but
a
like,
bop.
I mean, he just like didn't he go to jail for beating a woman or something like that?
But he didn't. He did.
See?
I don't know what he did, but it was something like an assault case. But
Yes.
then it was proven that it didn't happen.
Yes.
But either way, like, he's probably going back for something else.
I'm
crazy.
just tired of like these young crop of hip hop artists that don't have any sense. They're just like glorifying like just being an ignorant ass idiot. Like, no.
Yeah,
Damn,
that's
look at
like-
us sounding
And then
like
like
our
young
parents.
kids are
We
looking
just sound
at
so old. Ew.
I mean, listen, this is what happens, okay?
Ew.
This is what happens when you get some life experience, all
Dang.
right? And I'm just tired because like young kids are listening. Oh my God, I do sound like my parents. No, but really, young kids are listening to what he's saying and seeing his videos and watching his Instagram and like are really holding that, you know, to a standard. And like there are gonna be a whole bunch of young little boys in high school that are dark skinned. I'd be like, well, fuck that. I'm not gonna go after girls that look like me.
You know
like,
what's
what is
funny?
that?
That's fine.
I was listening to an interview on the Breakfast Club with Dr. Umar Johnson, who I love. I feel like he's so intelligent. But he was saying that Black men have the highest percentage of marrying outside of their race than any other race of men put together.
But they all have babies. By
What do you
people
mean
that
they
look
all
like
have?
us.
Baby. Oh yeah, but like
They
when it comes to
marry?
marriage, like that
Yeah.
wife that they show off, black
That's
men
not
have the
surprising.
largest
That's not surprising at all.
percentage.
Because,
Yeah.
I mean, light-skinned women and white women are used as trophy wives. We're just used as baby mamas, quote unquote. That's why I'm really happy to be an
We're always
African.
angry. Quote,
I'm like,
unquote.
I don't have this problem. I can just go to any village and just choose. I pick you. I want to marry you. And that's it.
I definitely feel like that is true. I feel like when it comes to African men love their African women.
yeah.
And I think it's not to say that because there's not that much variety. Like, it is good to see other people in other cultures. But in Africa, everybody looks the same. So you can't say, oh, I don't want you because you don't have this color. It's like we all look the same. So you have to choose from what you have.
What they like to do is mess with. They actually do what the African American men do here. Is like they date. They mess with you on a low, and then date someone that's like apparently like lighter skin or white. But what African men actually do is they on the low, they'll date the white people. Don't tell my mom. Don't do this. No, nobody
But then
knows.
they'll marry an
an African woman, woman. So, do your thing. It goes both ways, I guess.
I mean, Kodak, I still like tunnel vision. I just don't like you. I can separate the art from the artist.
Shoot,
I don't like you or your
because I'm not
music,
giving you
Kodak.
music. I'm not listening to you. I'm not giving
Kodak
you clout.
yellow teeth.
You're done. Damn, I thought he was growing up
Kodak
after
Black
he
as hell.
I saw
Don't
him taking out
realize it.
the yellow teeth.
That's crazy because he
I
took
really
out the
thought
crazy teeth, then
just
put in
put-
real teeth, and then he automatically went and said he didn't like black women. Like, it was like the teeth, just, I don't know.
I don't even, because the minute he put the diamonds on it, it was just like,
I was like, wait, what is this?
switch up.
That's some Florida ass shit. Florida
it
ass
has
niggas
to
love
be.
shit like that. But anyway, so we're going to move on to our affirmation.
So the affirmation of the week it's a simple one. It's I am enough. And I chose this affirmation because sometimes I know it happens to me. I know we have our feelings of inadequacy, but we really have to realize that we are enough as we are as ourselves. So that's it. Thank you guys for listening to the show. Make sure to hit us up on social media.
Enjoy the early episode since this is coming out, like Wednesday or something?
Yeah, and this is extra long too, so this is great.
This is good. Yeah.
Yeah, follow us at Do You Speak African at Facebook and Instagram. Also, we are coming to YouTube really soon. And also, email us at dysapodcast@gmail.com. Thanks for listening, guys. Bye.
Chance, acid rapper, soccer, hacky sacker, cocky, khaki, jacket, jacker, slap happy, slapper, or rocky, rocket launcher, shake that laffy, taffy, jolly, raunchy rap, bang, dang, ski, she do that thing for 3 retweets, the album feel like 92, now take that bump for heat 3P, chance, ho, acid.